who can you work with versus how can you get something done. Spartans, welcome back to another episode of the Spartan Way podcast. I'm Zach Evnesh coming to you from Boston, Spartan headquarters. And today, what I want to talk to you about is who can you work with versus how can you get something done. So we always think about how can I achieve something? How do I get there? But it's not so much how do you do it, because there's other people that have already done or achieved what you want to do. So how can you collaborate with people? So instead of thinking how, you need to start thinking about who. So I'm going to take you back to two crazy stories to my teenage years when I was competing in bodybuilding. So it was the summer of 1994, and I was in Israel visiting my grandparents and my brother. My brother was in the Israeli army, and he had told me about a small local gym that had opened up in town, and he spoke to me about a guy named Joe who was training at that gym, who was trying to get into the Israeli SEAL teams. So one night I visit the gym, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before closing, very small gym. And as I'm walking down the stairs, I see a poster as I'm walking down the stairs. The poster says, Mr. Israel Bodybuilding Contest. Not only did it have the men's group, but it also had the teenage division, which was called the Young Mr. Israel, the 18 and under. And for the first 2 weeks that I was there, I kept saying, well, I'm just going to go and watch. I'm not even going to compete. The owner of the gym kept saying, you need to compete in this bodybuilding show. And he finally gave me a deadline, because day after day I kept showing up saying, I'm just going to watch. I don't really want to do it. And then I went home one night after his ultimatum of, tomorrow when you come to the gym, that's your last chance. You let me know if you're competing in this bodybuilding show or you're just a spectator. So I speak with my mom, my dad, and I just said, that's it. It's time to do it. It's time to get after it. I'm going to go and tell Avner, who was the owner of the gym, I am competing. So when I walked to the gym that next night, Avner was waiting for me. Joe was there, who was trying to become a Navy SEAL. And we made a pact that we're going to train together leading up to the Mr. Israel. We had only 2 weeks. And let me tell you, the intensity of those workouts could have lit up the city with our energy. And I learned back then in the summer of 1994, it wasn't so much how I was training, it was who I was training with. So think about who you can team up with, whether it's in training, whether it's in life, whether it's for work, business, career. Who can you work with where you complement each other and you take your energy level and your success to new heights, to the 10x level, to the 20x level. So that's your action step today. Write it down. Who can I work with? And make a phone call, send an email, build that momentum, make it happen. Thanks for watching this episode of the Spartan Way podcast. And remember, our flagship podcast is the Spartan Up podcast. Every Tuesday, we've also got the Spartan Mind podcast, and you'll find Spartan Way on Thursday. We'll talk to you in the next episode.